people, come to the way, O most honored one and most glorified one, Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
This Ashura and every Ashanura is the opening of light and tawbah. Every nation was granted a tawbah in Muharram. Sayyidina Adam was forgiven on Ashura when he came to dunya. Sayyidina Nuh ship landed on Ashura. Sayyidina Ibrahim was safe from the oppression and the fire of Nimrod on Ashura. And Allah granted a najat to Ummat Musa on Ashura. And Nabi al-Kareem, Habib al-Azim, Muharram is our hijrah, is the opening of the calendar, the opening of the cities of light in which Prophet was granted Madinatul Munawwara. City of lights means he's been granted the lights of paradise. That the owner of the lights of paradise, Sayyidina Muhammad and all the companions and Ashab al-Nabi come into our lives and remind us now that we've been granted the city of lights. Our life is to sacrifice our bad characteristics so that we can sit at that table with them. When we remember the life of Imam Hussein for lovers of Sayyidina Muhammad it has such an important symbol of faith, strength and perseverance that he sets a very high standard, the pinnacle of belief, the pinnacle of struggling, and that has a tremendous symbol for us in our lives. Imam Hussein took upon an order of Allah to uphold the sunnah of Sayyidina Muhammad. They were innovating and changing and doing things, and they asked that, bring that light of Prophet, bring the sunnah of Sayyidina Muhammad, bring the way of Sayyidina Muhammad that is your inheritance, bring it to our people. He took his women and children on that caravan, knowing that they're all going to be in difficulty. But the thought was always a sense of hope for humanity, that if they see us with our family and they see us that we're not here in arms and we're not coming armed to attack anyone, we're coming to spread the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. As soon as they see a light within that person and that person has a juzba, a light from Prophet that attracts people, and they come and they become jealous that why people are attracted to you when we want them to come to our new capital. As long as you're on this earth people won't come to us, and they began to slaughter the family of Prophet. There was no permission for Imam Hussein to die first, and he had to witness the death of all the male children, 72 altogether, slaughtered in a way that you would not sacrifice a lamb or an animal. They're not realizing that this is ahlul Muhammad. that this is the family of the one whom you claim to love? That all those grandchildren were in the resemblance of Sayyidina Muhammad. They carried the fresh light, is in a lineage of his grandchildren. And today everywhere is Karbala and every day is Ashura. So when you think of something far off, then it's not coming into your heart. When you read the news and watch what's happening, bombing home to home, pulling children out of dust. And these are all from hadiths of Prophet. And you can't cry for them.
Fatima Zahra Helping Hand is a non-profit organization with the goal of helping underprivileged communities in Canada. We have currently distributed thousands of pounds of meat from Korban, hundreds of loaves of bread, and many other essential food items. Please visit our website nurmuhammad.com to make a donation today.
Shaitan wants to take the symbol of the hero away and put a rap star in its place. And what Prophet wants for us is that use these heavenly people as heroes, that remember their life, remember the symbol of their struggle, that as soon as something becomes difficult, as soon as we have a complaint, as soon as things are not coming our way, you remember them and you remember how insignificant you are. Are you for real? You're coming to us with this ridiculous complaint? In the lap of your luxury, big homes, big cars, food like abundant. Even air conditioning, can you imagine 130, 140 degree temperature and making hijrah, making hajj. All the things that they were doing, just a common day struggle was just to find food and water for your family, to seek shelter from the heat of the sun. And with all our luxuries and all of our happiness, we find so many problems and we find things to argue about and fight about and become angered about. But the reason for keeping them an example is that they remind you that put your petty issues down. These are blocking you from Allah's satisfaction. These are not problems that you think you're facing. They're nothing in comparison to what we went through, and we are the family of Sayyidina Muhammad. You would expect with somebody who's the most beloved of creation that their family would be treated like royalty on this earth, and they come as an example known. We are treated like royalty in the heavens. This earth by its nature is filled with shayateen, and all they want is to destroy anything that's good, anything that's pure, anything made from haqq. These are the birds of paradise, and they come into our lives and teach that why weren't they able to see our light? It's because of bad character. That bad character went to the extent of slaughtering the family of Sayyidina Muhammad. So when people don't think that their bad character is a problem, that why I have to fight against my bad character, why I have to fight against my anger and my jealousy. He says, all of those is what caused my Karbala. They want us to understand the root of everything is the fire. When that fire sits in the heart, it's like the pilot light of your furnace. If we don't take that pilot light out and destroy it, as soon as jealousy comes it's like an oil. That they became jealous of his station, jealous of his relationship with Sayyidina Muhammad, jealous of what he represents. So immediately that oil hit the fire and boom, they were ignited. And that jealousy blocked them from seeing what they're about to do. If you're not willing to take down your anger, you're going to come against everything that you think you love, and in a blink of an eye you do something that you regret the whole of your eternity. And that's why the way of tazkiyah and the way of purification is so important in our lives. Constantly take an account. Today it's your boss you're fighting, people you're fighting, people you work with you're fighting. Tomorrow it's going to be everyone. If you don't control your anger, your Yazid and your shaitan are going to come against Sayyidina Muhammad.
Welcome to Century 21 AAA Realty. We specialize in commercial and residential properties, including all your financing needs. We are a one-stop shop under one roof.
Owning a home is a keystone of wealth, both financial and emotional. Don't wait for opportunity, create it.
Come meet our award-winning realtors with over 40 years of experience. Call Century 21 AAA Realty.
They sit here and say, Shaykh, my uncle died. Your uncle 80, 90 years old and you're sad for that? What about 72 of the family died for no reason? The grandchildren who upon the shoulder of Prophet there was kissing their lips and kissing their necks, and all the subsequent younger youth that came into existence and born, slaughtered. And you can't find a means in which to cry for them, to think about the tragedy and calamity that came upon this family. What Sayyidina Fatima felt, because we speak to many people and they feel very betrayed in life. I gave my whole life, I gave my whole life for this way, I gave my whole life to do da'wah, I gave everything to serve Allah, and in the end they slaughtered my family. He said, this is the way. We knew that when we entered this earth we would be betrayed, because we're not the people of this earth, we are the people of paradise. But that table and that majestic reality is a price to pay. That price is this dunya, all its temporary pleasures. Sayyid al-Shuhada means he is the master of all those who see and witness And as a result Allah gave Sayyidina Hussein the ijazah that anybody to see in their heart, you have to sign for them. Imam Hussein has to sign that your ikhlas and your fight against yourself and every bad character is sincere. We're signing for you to become from ahlul basira. And the degree in which you see is in the hands of Imam Hussein Salaamun qawlan min Rabbir Rahim. Sifat al-Rahim dresses the reality of Imam al-Hussein That maqam of Sayyidina Hussein samina wa atana. I'm going to listen to what Allah has ordered for me, and I'm going to be the sign of sifatul sabr. That He's a sign for us in our life of having sabr with what Allah has destined for you. Imam Hussein is Sayyid al-Shuhada, the master of those who see. He saw for sure his death, he saw for sure his annihilation, and he agreed to step into that fire and he took his women and children with him, which was unheard of. The companion said, "Leave the family behind." No, I saw my death and I walked into it. Whatever Allah wants, I'm submitting. I'm going to be the sign of sabr and patience in life, and I'm going to be the sign of the best of characteristics. Means he exhibits the khuluqul azim. He exhibits the characteristics of Sayyidina Muhammad. What Allah called from them, knowing that this would be an eternal example upon this earth. They set a tremendous level of sacrifice to keep the love of Prophet. We come and pick and choose and say, you're gonna pray or you're not gonna pray, or you're gonna wear your hat or you're not gonna wear your hat, or you're going to have good character or not good character. No, there are some people who suffered a tremendous death for us to be able to have that ability, and that they didn't have a choice, that they laid their lives and the lives of their companions and their children. You live a life thinking, how much they suffered, Ya Rabbi, and I wasn't there to support them. And had I lived in that time, would you have chosen to support them? And many people say, yes, I would have been there fiercely supporting, but that's a lie. Allah help us all, and by means of their difficulty, by means of their sacrifice, that their nazar be upon us and keep us in their company, because their hisabs are huge. We are coming through love, not through action. We don't have any action that's going to be impressive to them but through love they have a mercy and a pity for us. So read a little bit about their lives, cry a little bit about their lives, and that tear should extinguish all difficulty. Imagine that you enter into your grave and there's a difficulty, Allah not pleased with your character. But the angels are going to come, Ya Rabbi, before this punishment on this slave, they cried for your ahlul bayt, they cried for Sayyidina Muhammad, they cried for ahlul bayt, they cried for ashab al-Nabi. Immediately stop the punishment on that servant. That tear becomes an ocean that extinguishes all fires of difficulty. But a heart that is devoid of mercy and can't shed a tear for anyone but itself, what can you do with that heart? سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة محمد المصطفى وبسيرة سورة الفاتحة.
I'd like to congratulate you, Shaykh, and your team. Alhamdulillah, you're doing a wonderful job. And the new TV series, everybody is liking it. The community that you give daily zikr on the new TV series, and the Fijian community is getting involved in, mashallah. And you coming back to Fiji Islamic Center and doing monthly programs, monthly zikr, and making dua for all of us. It's a huge benefit to the Fijian Muslim community, and inshallah we look forward for your events. We are committed to work with you, mashallah. And Shaykh, you have done a tremendous job in Vancouver, bringing people together, bringing unity in Islam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you khair and give you His blessings, and make the Naqshbandi Vancouver Center a very successful center, inshallah.
Thank you, Shaykh. Allah bless you, and thank you so much. The first masjid to open their doors for the zikr and for the spiritual teaching for the community, the youth, and mashallah their programs are packed, the center is packed. And Allah continue to bless Canada, bless our families, and bless the community, inshallah. Thank you for all your wishes. Allah bless you.
Eastern cultures use teas and herbs as an elixir of health and wellness. Rumi rose teas revives this ancient tradition with a collection of over 40 delicious hand-blended teas. Enjoy God-given health and wellness within every cup of Rumi rose tea. Order online now.
The Hajj from Mawlana Shaykh's teachings, one of many oceans of realities, is that tawaf and circumambulating the symbolic presence of the Divinely Presence. Means it's a symbol in our life that the light is supreme, the Lord is supreme, Allah is supreme, and everything must circumambulate that which is supreme. So we look at the tawaf and it's symbolized by the heart, it's symbolized by the Divinely Presence, and we come into that reality asking to lose our identity, to strip away our clothing that identifies us from wealth, from status, from everything.
E22 Canada was created to spread love, harmony, compassion and spirituality, the true teachings of traditional Islam. We organise monthly events across Western Canada as well as the annual Grand Milad. To learn more, please tune in to our weekly television show Divine Love, broadcasting nationwide on Joy TV, or visit us online at hubbirasool.net.